Hello, it's Wendy. I've got a fun project today. I'm going to be using watercolor to paint on printed book pages. I have done this before and it's always been really popular and people are asking for more. So I thought I would do that on one of these pages from my altered journal because I love the paper. But I'm not starting with that. So I'm going to just put my watercolors aside for now. And I've got my tea, but I have to get my water, and I don't want to mix up the two. So I'm going to drink my tea while I do my other page, and then I'll get my water. What you don't want to do is accidentally drink your paint water. So I've collected a few things here, and this came out of a magazine. It's actually an English garden magazine, which is absolutely beautiful and so full of pictures. And now I don't really care for the shiny glossy look, but I'm going to be fine with it today. So the first step will be to just apply some glue to the back, because what I want to do is to basically make it the theme of this page. And this little journal, the theme is floral and pastel anyway, so this I think pretty much follows in. And I love these old roses. I have actually several old roses in my garden which I've planted over the years, and man, they are so beautiful and so fragrant in the springtime. They usually bloom in June unless it's a particularly warm May, and then sometimes I'll get them in May. So this picture is actually too big for the page, and that's okay because I'm going to fold it over the edge so it'll appear on the previous side. So I'm going to glue the whole thing. Now I might end up covering it up on the other side, who knows. I'm not working on that today, so I don't know, this glue I don't know why it doesn't seem very sticky. So I have the small one, it's sticky like crazy, but whatever. They're all like a bit different, I guess. So I'm placing this. You know what? It's like there's not even any glue on there. I'm kind of perplexed by that. Let's use this one. It just feels so dry. I'm pretty sure it's not going to stay down. So now let's see if we can do that with this here. Just get it really close to the spine of the book, like that. Let's just move this out of the way and press it into place and see how well it does, because I might have to just put it on. Yeah, see, it's not even working. I am so disappointed with this glue, and I don't know. I also have, where's the purple one? Anyway, I'm not going to experiment at the moment, but wait. This is the purple one, and it seems to do really well. So, plus you can see where you've been. Now let's see if this works a little bit better. Just going to use this folder. Get a good solid press. That's more like it. That is more like it. Now I'm going to, instead of gluing, well, I'll do this edge. Just slip this in here and catch this edge like that, and then put some on here as well. I'm not going too far in. And then I'm just going to gently fold it over. And also give it a good press with this bone folder. Now I'm not going to be working on this page today, just this one and this one, but I will need to have my my ruler and my parchment and everything ready. So for the second page, I've decided to use this, and it's from this book, The Country Diary by Edith Holden, the birthday book, which I came into my possession just recently. I discovered it in some of my mother-in-law's things, and like I said in a previous video, she passed away several years ago, and my husband said, well, I don't really care about that, do what you want with it. So that's actually music to a person's ears when you're crafting. Now this thing, I always seem to have trouble with it, even though I'm pressing very hard, it wants to slip out. Now this page fits almost exactly on this one, and this is just a piece of newsprint, so it's quite flimsy, which is why I've chosen to use this particular piece. It has a little butterfly on the other side because it was kind of the frontispiece, but I guess it'll just show a little bit, but it actually fits really perfectly on this page. Now I'm going back to my parchment paper, find a page that's not all gluey. Easy to do by doing that. And you know what, I think I might use this glue for this one because I want it to be nice and solid around the edges. And this is Aleene's tacky glue. If you're interested in where to find it, there's a link below. It works great on a lot of things. The only thing I found it hasn't been perfect on is when you've got really glossy paper, like packaging. So let's try this. In fact, I'm going to just spread it around a little bit. Let's see if that helps. There. Don't know if I mentioned it today, but the theme for this journal is flowers and pastels, so it helps to have a theme to kind of, you know, follow through with, but it's certainly not necessary because there's just so many ways you can go. I've picked out a few things that I wanted to include in this, and this ribbon, which I bought at the dollar store, it's sort of my favorite place, and they seem to be getting more and more things. I decided to put this right along the top here. So what I need to do first is find my little sharp scissors and cut this straight off at the end, and then measure it so that it fills in this blue space at the top of the page. So right on the edge of this little dot. I love ribbons and color, and pastels are, I could say they're my favorite, but I would have to say so many other things are my favorites as well that it would feel like it was untrue. Anyway, I had planned to start earlier this morning, but then my neighbor decided to put concrete in her yard. So the concrete truck showed up in all its noisy glory, and I thought, well, since it's kind of almost next to my windows, well, this is not very helpful. Certainly not very timely. Okay, let's just apply this. I used the Aleene's glue on it again. On it as well, I should say. And I probably should have used fabric glue. I wasn't thinking, and I do have some. In fact, I thought about it this morning and thought, oh yeah, I better get that out, and then didn't. Now I thought I would put a pocket down in here to put some kind of little note card in, and I love this green because it goes with all these other things. I love coordinating colors, and I'm not sure that I want the pocket all the way across, but it does look nice when it's, yeah, I don't really want it all the way across. I'll put something else in there, but I want to cut this, and I'll use my long scissors. And this paper actually has a bit of a grain, so I can cut straight. And then I want my little corner, rounder. I think there's something elegant about rounded corners, especially when they actually work. What's wrong with this thing? You know what? I wonder if it's gotten dull, because I tried to cut something recently as well. Now this is really quite a fuzzy kind of paper and fairly thick, but really, come on. Shouldn't be that hard to cut. So how on earth do you... Wait a minute. Maybe it's just that it's full. I don't know if that affects its performance or not. I guess we'll find out. Evidently not, because I've ended up with the same situation, which is just a corner that's been chewed off. This is quite an old piece of equipment. I've had it for years, but haven't used it for years, so it shouldn't be conking out on me now. So I want to put this down in here, but I also want something on it. Okay, first things first. Nope, that's not going to work. First thing is I need a drink of tea. And then I want to distress the edges of this. So we'll get this out, put it on here, and then find something beautiful to go on the front. I think finally, spring has arrived in my corner of the world, which is the Pacific Northwest. We've had such a cold spring and snow up on the mountains surrounding where I live, just like last week. So it has been kind of discouraging. So let me see, I think I'll put that maybe like that, but I want something on the front of it. So let's see what we can come up with here. I'd like something floral. Did I get anything out? Oh, I did get some pieces out, just a sec. I'll probably come back to these and get something like that for that corner. However, at the moment, I've got this. I think that's pretty cool. Found a couple of other little things. And, oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Perfect. And so I want to glue that on there before I put the green one on. And I distressed it with red ink from a stamp pad, not a distress oxide pad, which works fine, but I was kind of experimenting with different things. That's what turned out. So I need my parchment, and I need my glue. Come on. So today is supposed to be epically warm out, and I walked down to the mailbox a little while ago without a jacket. I do have a sweater on, but without a jacket was kind of almost revolutionary. I think that's pretty straight. Lovely. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And to put this here, I'm going to use this glue again because I want to just put it around the edges. And I'm not even going up into that curve. And then I'll find something beautiful to put in it. I don't know about you, but I find in my life these days, all I want to know about is the beautiful things. There's a lot of awful stuff going on and we're all really aware of it. But really, do we need to be reminded of every little detail every day? I don't think so. So sometimes in the evening I'll just look at the news for 5 minutes on the internet so that I don't have to actually listen to them. And just catch up on the details of the day. And that's just enough. That's plenty. Now I want to put some kind of card in here, but I'm going to look at that a little bit more once I'm kind of got it together. You know what? I'm not sure I'm crazy about that. However, I'm also not sure that it's going to be all that noticeable. But I did this in a different video, and I did a series of these because I got these sealing waxes for my birthday. And then I did some little watercolors. This one is a little watercolor, and I think they're really cute. I went around the edges with some marker, and now I've found the perfect place for it because this is fairly dark and I don't really want the whole page to read as dark. So I'll just put glue around that to make sure it's in place, and I'm going to overlap the ribbon just slightly. Press that down well. That's good. Well, watercolor paper is fairly stiff, and when you paint on it, if you haven't soaked it and stretched it, it will buckle. So then you get warping in it. So it's important to make sure it's nice and pressed down while it's still, you still can do it. And this corner doesn't really want to do that. I've got some of these great big paper clips, so that might work. Doesn't really go down far enough, but we'll just leave it there for now. Now, there's two things to go yet on this page, and that is, what will we put in here? That's pretty cute, but I'm not really convinced that it's what I want. I also have some butterflies here that I could use for, wait, here's pink ones. That might be able to be used for like a journal card. No, I don't think so. Let's see, what's this one? Wow, oh, that one looks so pretty. I like that. I just need to trim a little bit of the white off. Don't really want that on part of it and not on the rest. It's just how it happened to get cut. I think that totally works. And now I also want something in here, just so that not everything is on this side of the page. And I would really like something of the pink persuasion, if possible. Ooh, that's nice. Let's have a look at this one. I think it works. It might need to be a little bit bigger. Let's see what else. I can see a corner of another one here. one of those will work. It's just a matter of determining which one I like the best. This Know Thyself can go back in the pile here. And I think I like the bigger one. So we just need to apply that little blue. It says something on it. But it's really hard to read because it's very tiny. There, so there's that page, and I think it's great. I love it. I think it makes a beautiful journal page. Just get some of this little bit of white off here again. Pop that in there. Now, on this page, I want to do, wait, I gotta put this away. It's out of my way. I'm going to do some watercolor on this and make a pocket out of it, and then I've got some other ideas, so let's move on to that one. Okay, the first thing I want to do, I'm going to use this as the pocket, the little journal card in the pocket, and I've torn these out of some old planner books, so I thought I would put one of them on the back so that it's gives you lines to write on. So what I want to do with this is just mark where I want to cut it, and then cut it with my cutter, because then I'm more or less assured of getting a nice straight line that actually fits the other piece. So let's do this first. But it was kind of interesting looking at it too. It's like I had an appointment with this doctor. I thought, who on earth is that? So I even looked it up online because this came from 2008, which was a while ago. Let's see if this is a good match. Yep, perfect. Anyway, I looked it up, and it's this doctor who's, you know, in a different town. I thought, why on earth was I seeing that doctor? He was a dermatologist, and I can't remember having any significant skin issues that required dermatology. However, I guess I don't have them anymore since I'm not going to him anymore. It's really funny reading the reviews of doctors, because some of them are so subjective. Like, some people are just horrified at a doctor, and someone else had the best experience of their life. So you really can't go by that. You kind of have to, unless everybody is horrified and unhappy and what else. You can only just go, well, my experience will be my experience. This came out just a little bit too wide, so I'm taking that off, and it feels a little bit damp. So I'm going to just distress the edges a little bit. You know what? You know what? I'm just going to take a chance at it. See if it will actually cut this. Well, it will. So maybe it's just fussy about softer paper. Oh, I'm glad. I love the rounded corners. To me, they seem quite kind of elegant and soft. In fact, I love soft shapes and rounded shapes, ovals and whatnot. As it turns out, so do most women, which is lovely. Now, I want to put this in here, but I'm not going to deal with it just yet because I want to cut this. I thought about tearing it, and I'm kind of undecided because it's lovely soft paper. Yeah, I guess we'll try that. using this again. See if I can hold it right. There, that turned out well. Now I'm going to make this really simple. So what I've done is folded it. I'll just make this a nice sharp fold. And I'm actually not even going to draw my pictures. So I will just start painting. And where's my favorite brush? Let's do this brush here. I have to move my tea now over to the other side, otherwise the paintbrush is going to end up in it. I can just tell. I'm going to begin with this yellow-green. And I'm just going to make some random kind of leaves and stems, like that. There's my water. I actually moved things, which I shouldn't do probably, because then I reach for it and it end up doing something else. So and now I'm just going to keep doing this. So to put the leaves on, you just kind of press the brush and bring it up again. More color. That squeaking you might hear is my rose bush against the window. It's gotten really big. I have one underneath the window here. And it's just a little bit windy out. Just windy enough. So there's that. And I need a little bit more water. That ting was the glass. So from here, I'm taking that up there like that, and now I'm going to connect it up here. So that it looks like it just goes right over, but there's going to be a pocket. And to use some pinks and just make some little flowers like this. Let's make that a little bit bigger. And throw in some other pinks. I don't know if these flowers would be pinks. Pinks are the name of a flower. That one's a bit splotchy. Take just a little bit more care with them, obviously. Another one here. This is quinacridone rose, which is really pretty. I'm just pressing my brush down so that it deposits color and makes these little star-shaped blossoms in this variety of pink. I think that's probably enough. Now that I know where my flowers are, I can use the green to basically connect them to the stems. So I can just pop those in like that. Throw in some more flowers. Some more leaves. They don't even have to connect all that well. It's more of an impression. Now while that's drying, I'm going to do something with this. And Because I have a butterfly over there, let me see. I came up with a couple of ideas. I think I'm going to stamp it. I've got this really pretty flower basket stamp. And I found this pink ink in my old stamping stuff. I really need to get a whole lot of new stamp pads because these are kind of pathetic. However, it does make an impression, and I'm going to use it right here and just hold it for a moment because I want to make sure that it sinks in. There. It works. It's nice. Okay. So that also needs to dry. Now, how are we doing here? I'm going to just really risk it. I'll actually put my watercolors away because I don't need them anymore. I'm going to risk it. Oh, you know what? I think I want some more flowers down here. So let me just add a couple of little sort of bud-like things. Oh, I like that. It's too easy to overdo things, so I'm going to stop. There, that's dry. Now, I have a fun idea. I'm going to put some distressing around it to match that. Now, this is just a stamp pad. I'm just trying to decide whether to use this one or the pink one. I'll go with this one. Now, this paper is quite soft, which makes it a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to just distress it like this around the edge with this red. Will also help to differentiate the top of the pocket. Okay, there we have it. Now, one of the things I could do is I could actually outline the flowers, but I don't think I will. And you know what? This is such a beautiful picture. I kind of don't want it to be obscured. So I'm wondering about making this so that it folds up. And the way to do that, of course, would be with washi tape. But first I need to just glue it down, make it into a pocket. Okay, so I'm going to use the glue stick again because the wet glue kind of warps it. And I always want that. So I'm just going to make that work like that. So that's nice and tight. And now I'm going to get some washi tape. I really have no idea what kind. The only one I could find that really coordinates is this pink one. And it's quite narrow. So I probably have to reinforce it, which I can do. So let's just apply it here. It's good and sticky, that's a good thing. As I can get it to behave itself and not stick all over my hands. Okay, there's that. Cut that there. Apply it over here. And it might just work. So let's see. Make sure it's good and stuck. And then this can flip out. This can go in here. I think it needs something on the back now. So I had collected these flowers earlier. That one is lovely. That one is a little bit less imposing. But this does go with the roses, so I think I'm just going to go with this one. Cut this little bit of white out of here. I don't even recall where I got this one. It looks like it was cut by a machine, but not by mine. It might have been. It's a little bit of a tear there. That's good. And also, so the trick with these really fine things is just to go right off the edge with the glue, and then you can make sure that you've got it nailed down all the way around. And you can see where it's landed. So let's just apply this here. Again, going around the edges to make it a really good firm hold. I decided to put it the other direction so that it flips down because of the flowers going up here. So I'm going to just add it on the bottom here. Thank goodness it wasn't hard to pull off. That's the beauty of washi tape. There, I like that better because now you can have a look at this picture. There's your card. There's the glue going back where it's supposed to go. This glue has warped the paper a little bit, but you can always just straighten them out like that. And yeah, lovely, lovely. I hope you've enjoyed this project. I sure have. And I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and click the little bell so you get the notifications when I've got new videos. And I'll see you next time.